Today is Monday, September 23rd, and this is your forecast for the central United States. And I do have a couple of things to point out. One, we have once again warmer than normal temperatures for much of the middle U.S., in fact, most of the United States at this point. But also, number two, we're going to be watching the tropics here over the next couple of days. If you scroll down on this page, there's a tropical outlook. You'll see an area of likely development heading into the Gulf of Mexico. So we'll be watching that along the Gulf Coast, specifically east of New Orleans toward the Florida Panhandle as we head forward here by Tuesday and Wednesday. Certainly might have something developing there in the Gulf of Mexico. Meanwhile, it is hot here in the south and southeast. It's still very humid too, so very much feeling like summer, where we are now officially in fall. Fall officially arrived yesterday in the morning. We have a pocket of cooler air, and there were even some frost advisories in the northern part of Minnesota this morning. But temperatures are going to warm up. 70 in Minneapolis this afternoon, 74 in Grand Rapids. A couple of spotty showers, Detroit to Cleveland, with temperatures in the low 70s, right around 70 in Chicago. Lots of clouds in Cincinnati down to Louisville today, with temperatures in the low 80s. Maybe a thunderstorm in St. Louis. Could be actually a couple of strong storms for that part of the middle of the Mississippi Valley and the lower Ohio Valley. Temperatures are going to peak in the 70s for much of the next 7 days here as we look at Detroit and Chicago. So still staying pretty nice here as we round out the month here of September. Temperatures in the southeast are warmer than normal. You get south of DC, we're well into the 80s and even some low 90s. We got mainly dry weather with the exception of some thunderstorms there out toward Missouri and maybe northern Arkansas. And we're actually pretty dry along the Gulf Coast for now, maybe a thunderstorm in South Florida. But that's the area we're going to watch there, is from Louisiana to Mississippi, Alabama, over to Georgia, and also the Panhandle of Florida. So just watch that area for tropical development here. Well, it'd be the Gulf of Mexico with a tropical system approaching that area toward the end of the week. Warm in the southeast, lots of 70s and 80s in the foreseeable future. Upper 80s today in Fort Lauderdale with maybe a thunderstorm risk, although lots of the weather is going to be dry today in South Florida. And temperatures for the next several days still hovering between 85 and 90. That is your Monday morning weather update. I hope you all have a fantastic start to your week. And remember that as long as you want there to be, there will always be a 100% chance of good things.